going to talk about the Nightingale Award. And here's Dale Thomas, and she's applied for the award before and has had the award in the past, so she's going to tell us a bit more about it. This is an award by the International Organisation of MS. So Dale, can you tell us a bit more about the award?
Yeah, of course. So it's offered by the IOMSN. So everyone who is a member of the UK MSSN has a natural affiliation to be a member of that body also. And historically, they have given out this award to members on an annual basis. However, this has only been in the United States. So this is a very unique award. So this is the second time they've done it to international countries. The first time was in 2020, and that's when I applied for award, and I'll talk about that in a little while. But the award is a monetary award. And there will be 10 eligible candidates that will receive the award. And there is a criteria for applying for the award. Firstly, it could be for a current project that you've got going on at the moment. So maybe some kind of self-management program that you've got and you want to expand it further. And you want to go in a different direction, or it can be for a time-limited project that has a start and an end. It can be about your own professional development, so that may be an area that you want to develop into, or it could be not just, but nurse research also. So there are various different kind of criterias that you could look at there. It is open for an MS nurse, so it's not for an AHP, unfortunately. It has to be a nurse. They would rather it be somebody who's sat the exam, an MS certified nurse, but that doesn't mean that other people who haven't done the award can't apply. They can, and they will be seen as equal to other people who are MSNs. So that's important to know. And it can't be anyone who is from the pharma industry, and obviously nobody from the United States. So that's kind of the criteria. The process is that there is an application form and you have to outline the projects. You need to give costings and a bit of a timeline and how you would develop this, and the benefits then to your own self if it's about professional development, or to your community of people with MS as well. So you need to demonstrate that in the process. I have to say, when I did the application, I did it in an absolute rush because I was going on holiday and I was up against the deadline. So I put, I would have liked to have put more depth in it, but obviously I did do it like a skeleton of the project. But happily, you know, they did have a few questions about it, and moving forward, I was successful in getting that award back in 2020. So when I applied, it was after the first lockdown, and it was very apparent that a lot of services had been disseminated, that people were redeployed into different areas. You know, some people were seeing people, some people weren't. It was either virtual or telephone. And I realised that people were searching online for a lot of information about multiple sclerosis. And I realised very quickly that everything online was national. There was very little local information for my specific patients. So I set about having the idea of developing a website which was local to my population, and developed by all who are involved in MS. So that would be speech and language therapists, physios, dietitians, local charities, patients themselves. And that's what we set about doing. So initially we had to find a web designer who would do it within budget. It's $5,000 international dollars you get awarded. So it works out as about £3,500. So I had to then develop the actual website, learn about website development and management, about how you develop a logo, how you develop content. And then we had a working party that would meet every month. And it was very much with users as well. Patients themselves were involved in this development. And there is a section for patients where they've written stories about either their diagnosis or traveling with a mobility scooter, or actually, accepting having to catheterize themselves, which are all very empowering, great stories for people locally to use. And there is, on the website, it is a large website, and there's lots of videos from our physios giving advice, but it's also linking the national information as well. So we have lots of links to other sites also. So it was a huge piece of work. When I won the award, they do expect you to do a bit of a press release and just to tell the community that what's going on and about the award, and how, and they like to hear back and how you have got on developing it, etc. And on the back of that, they have asked me to be a judge on this year's international Nightingale Award panel. So I will be seeing all those applications that come in. When I won the award, it was lovely. There was another group from England that won also, well, Scotland. It was the Revive MS Scotland Society. I actually don't know what their project was, and I'd love to hear, what that was and have a chat to them and how they went about developing theirs. So that was really good. But it was people from Australia, Belgium, Saudi Arabia, Italy, I think a couple from Spain as well. So it was a real breadth, absolutely breadth of kind of people all over. And they did have a lot of applications, which is great. So what I would urge people to do is think about your practice and what you're doing. And I'm sure loads of people are just doing something, but have an idea of just doing a little bit more with that project. It may be you're doing digesting science and you want to deliver it a little in a different way, and you want to buy the equipment, or you are doing self-management workshops and you want to collect some data and some outcome measures on the back of that, or you are setting up maybe an annual review service and you need equipment, and you want to deliver it in a different way, in a different format, whether it be virtual. So I'm sure it doesn't have to, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't have to be a massive research project. It can be a very practical, usable project or something that you're doing. And they really like to hear about those things. Yeah, so I would be really keen for people to apply for the award. The deadline is I think the 1st of September, and I know that I have a couple of meetings planned later in September to go through the applications as a committee that is built up of international MS nurses, not just the US ones. From the IOMSN, so that will be really, really good to hear what other countries are doing as well. Yeah, so I just want to urge people to apply for it. It is a simple online form to do. You've all got huge ideas that you want to do it, and I didn't know much about websites, and I didn't know much about website designs and logos and crowdfunding and all of those things. So it's a learning process. I would just say dive in, do it. What's COVID taught us? It has taught us to do things different and be a little bit spontaneous at times.
And do you think that award helped you then get the project to where it is today?
I couldn't have done it without the money. At the end of the day, in a cash-strapped NHS, to find £3,500 to pay a web designer to create the website and to sort out the licenses and all of that, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I am hugely grateful. My community is hugely grateful. Our letters have the website name on it, as advertising it. We talk about it in clinic. We show people the videos that are on there that are developed by the physios. We show people the information about diet. and vocational rehab, and we have links to lots of legislation. We have stuff from the tissue bank, we have stuff from the pregnancy registers, the MS register, so there is, you know, links to a national stuff. Yeah, so it's a real hub, and it's called the Herefordshire MS Hub. If anyone wants to go and look at it, you know, please do, please do. But I think it really has been welcomed hugely by myself and my colleagues, but for the MS patient community as well.
And have you had patients say that it's made a massive difference to them, that they can get the information from one place, or that, you know, there's more out there for them?
I think, you know, having patients on the panel developing it was really empowering. So those patients really feel as if it's usable because they help create the content as well. And having these patient stories again is empowering. But when I do newly diagnosed visits, I have sections on there for the information about what MS is and all about that. And I can use it as a referral guide. You know, if I'm seeing a patient, I can show them in clinic, and it's got links to YouTube videos from Shift, from MS Trust about being newly diagnosed. So I use it in a clinic environment, you know, to underpin my discussions with people. If I talk about supplementary therapy, we've got pages on supplementary therapy that I can show them. You know, lots of information that I find useful in my practice, and patients then, because patients don't want to be lectured and they want information in different ways. So to have something that they can look at as and when they want, because they may lose a leaflet, or they don't want the children in the house to see leaflets and they bury it away. But to have a website, you know, maybe set in their favorite settings that they can dip in and out. Maybe if they're relapsing, there's loads of information about relapse, what they should be doing, about pseudo relapses, about UTOS phenomenon, the climate, you know. So there's a lot of stuff there that can be used. And you know, our neurologists also know of the resource and are, you know, telling people about it too.
It sounds like it was a great project, and it sounds like it's gone really well, and yeah, so I hope that continues going well for you. So the deadline for this award then is that the 1st of September this year?
Yeah, 1st of September this year. And it is an online application, and I think you've sent it out already by email, you know, on your round robin emails from the UKMSSNA anyway. But what I understand is it's going to be on your website also. And if you search on the IOMSN website as well, on their landing page, it's at the bottom, and you know, it does go through the criteria there also. And on the application form, you know, if I'm just looking to this side because I've got it open on this screen, you know, they want you to just put in 250 words about the current proposed project, which isn't a lot of words. Then they want you to do about a statement of need, so the benefit to the patient or the community or the organization or yourself, if it's about personal development. And then about the goals, the timeline, the budget. You know, they're the things on the application form that you want to consider.
It sounds like a great opportunity for MS nurses to get their projects up and running, and it sounds like a great award. Thank you for going through that with us, and thank you for your time today. And yeah,
you're welcome. Thank you. There we go. That was great.
I don't feel like I was there putting much input into that. Sorry,
Well,
but you were doing it so well. So
no, it was